What's up, everyone? Good evening and welcome to Live Draft Central for the Hardcore Challenge. Live Draft 2018. Draft is live in 3 seconds. 3 seconds, and Big Dog is on the board.
Big Dog on the clock. Oh, first pick, of course, David Johnson. Who would have thought?
David Johnson. And the new guy, Steven, who didn't take David Johnson. Like, what's up with that? How do you not keep David Johnson?
Maybe you thought they were going to struggle in the running game?
Okay. Sure. Whatever you say. How do you not take David Johnson? I don't get that one. Alright, so hold on. Do we got another pick off the round? Or Saquon Barkley's gone. David Johnson, Saquon Barkley, Freeman. Top 3 picks, all running backs. Not shocked there.
No, this is the year they say draft running backs early, so we're just going to watch that happen right now, and everyone's just relying on that stacked wide receiver. Lot of talent to still be there in the following round, so.
I am on the clock here soon. I have the 6th overall pick, and I'm locked and loaded and ready to go. My guys are on the board who I want. Nobody's been taken off of my board. T.Y. Hilton is gone. First one broke the running back streak there. T.Y. Hilton's taken by what the hell was that? Who took that? Bleeding Green?
Ryan.
Yeah, I wish it said the team name and not the freaking owner's name.
Right. Of course, the owner
No,
of
Brian's King Salami. That's
Beaver
King
Street
Salami.
Roar. Up, silver and black attack.
I am on the board. And I'm taking Zach Ertz. I'm surprised nobody kept him. I was shocked to see Ertz is out there. And my first pick, 6th overall in the first round, Zach Ertz. What's up, Lions? Lions got his draft, first Hardcore Challenge live draft coming up in a, what?
No. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I'm just watching the comments. Ooh, we're clicking through here. Martavius Bryant. Man, that's Steve, you being a homer, that might be a little early for Martavius Bryant. I don't know. I'm hoping he has big numbers, but first round pick?
Yeah, it's a little, that's a reach. That's a stretch.
I don't know, Steve. We'll have to see. But somebody could say that me jumping up for a tight end was a little bit of a stretch as well.
You know, when you have as many keepers as we do, you have specific needs that you have to fill, so.
Well,
it's not going to follow all of the same.
I was debating keeping Delaney Walker. Delaney Walker had been big for me the last 2 years. I was debating keeping him. I labored because I figured I could grab Coop. I didn't think anybody would take Cooper, so I was going to let Cooper go. But that was my strategy from last year, and I'm still rolling for AC/DC this year to hit big. So that's what I'm rolling with. We'll see. Tom Brady. Tom Brady was not kept.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw he was available.
That was nuts. I can't believe Tom Brady wasn't kept. That's a big pickup for Mikey. I gotta admit. I moved him. I grabbed him, moved him over to my draft queue because I was shocked that somebody didn't keep him. Now here's what's coming up. Both of these next 2 picks I've got back to back. The last 2 picks of the first round. One picked up from this guy. The other picked up from Kevin, who won the Hardcore Cup last season. So I got back to back picks, both through trades. Traded him Deshaun Watson right before he blew a wheel, and I forget who I traded Kevin. I traded Kevin. It might have been a running back or 2. It was a multi-person trade. I know that with a first rounder thrown in. Bison Broncos are on the clock. Got another running back off with Collins. Running back out of. And another running back goes as Kent takes Derrick Henry. Titans. I'm almost on the clock here. Prime, it's gonna be This is my big one right here. This is my big one.
Yeah, back-to-back picks.
About to double dip right now.
So yeah, I didn't have a first round draft pick. That was exciting, just watching it go by. No, it's all right. My team is pretty set with Deshaun Watson. I think at the quarterback position, if he stays healthy all year, he's a 50-point kind of guy. So.
Delaney Walker, Michael Crabtree.
There you go. Pretty solid picks. Hey.
I think Crabtree's going to get a lot of red zone opportunities from Flacco for the Ravens this season. And I'll roll with 2 solid tight ends. I might go with 2 tight ends in the flex, depending on how things shake out, man. Delaney Walker's money, and so is Zach Ertz. Or trade.
I just drafted Duke Johnson, running back at Cleveland.
That was your first pick?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a pick in this round. I'm not back in it until the 3rd round. 6th pick of the 3rd round.
Yeah, I don't pick again forever.
So I definitely not looking there anymore. What's up, Kaylee? Let's see who's on the clock. Bleeding Green's on the clock. Still some solid running backs on the board, actually. And still, I've got guys in my queue that are on the wide receiver list. I haven't seen any big shocker. I don't know, Martavius Bryant. I have Martavius Bryant, but I don't know if he's I don't know. He's curious to me, because I'm not sure what I even think about him as a Raider fan. I'm not sure what I think about how statistically how he's going to shake out. But he could be big. I mean, hell, you'd be looking back at that pick and saying that was a brilliant pick.
Martavius Bryant, though, he's all right. But I mean, if you think about that pecking order at the wide receiver position, I mean,
he's a solid 3rd.
Yeah, solid 3rd.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? You want your 3rd option to be a first-round draft pick?
Yeah. Not really, but we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. We'll see how it shakes out. Let's see. I like how my roster looks thus far. Got to keep an eye on those bye weeks, though. Oof. Ooh. The 7 and 8 is absolutely going to murder me. I can tell that right now. By week 7 and week 8, I got half my team out already that I've got drafted thus far. I got to keep an eye on that. Got to watch out for those bye weeks, because that's brutal, man. You get your draft done, and then you look and be like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. I got 1 week that I just give up a loss because I can't field a team. It's very interesting drafting in the hardcore challenge because it's not just easy. You can't just go out there and grab these everyday household names. You really got to know. You got to know your stuff. Who's gonna gamble? When do you think Josh Gordon's gonna go off the board with all he's got going on? I mean, he's a possibility of a guy that could be huge when he comes back.
He's an absolute head case and probably the most talented. I don't know, in the top echelon of wide receivers.
Yeah, man,
he
was a super talented guy. It's just unfortunate he can't get it together.
Issues doesn't even begin to describe it. He's
Who are you drafting next?
Me?
You're after me.
Long time.
How many you draft? You only drafted Duke Johnson thus far?
Yep.
That's it?
Yep.
Damn. That's brutal.
That'll be all right.
All-Pro Afro's on the clock.
I'm looking
One of my division rivals. I got to play this guy in week 1.
Yeah, whatever.
But we'll see how that shakes out.
Yep.
I'm feeling pretty good about week 1. About my week 1
I think
matchups.
All-Pro Afro is going to be in the mix this year, knowing that he has Andrew Luck and the running back out of San Diego, or the Chargers, whatever, LA Chargers. What in the world?
Hold on. I'm doing. So I was going to pull up last season here. Let's see how. Speaking of how we did last season, All-Pro Afro finished 7-6 last season. I finished 5-8. Wasn't a solid season for me.
I was 11-2.
Yes, he had the most
Wins
in the entire league
All I do is win until the end.
and then he posts. What'd you post? What'd you
Oh,
post in that?
man.
Didn't he
I
break
don't even talk
100
about it.
in the AFC Championship game? He posted less than 100.
My team limped into
Pissed
the
down
final
their leg.
game, and
Pissed down their leg.
nobody showed up. It was great.
It was
But-
over.
Yeah.
We got 3 wide receivers in a row. Rapelessberger also. I was kind of surprised nobody kept him too. He was out there.
I'm super set at quarterback with Deshaun Watson and Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
People sleep on him. I don't care. He was.
Oh, he's good. He's a good statistical. He's a good
statistical. Yeah, he was putting up stats with some bum wide receivers and a tight end that was either a dinosaur or not even there. Now he's got a pretty talented, NFC Championship Minnesota team around him. He's going to put up some numbers. Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs are light years better than the receiving core in Washington.
True that. And he does have a solid defense on the other side as well.
For sure. That'll give him the ball.
I just want to make sure everybody was awake.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, I am the Commish. This is Prime, the reigning vice president of the Hardcore Challenge. His reign ends today.
Yeah.
It's over today. This is his last official act as the 2017 league vice president. We will be naming. Let's say. We'll go 17 minutes. 6:30. We'll finalize the actual ballot and the votes cast. So if you haven't cast your vote for league vice president, you've got 16 minutes to go to the polls and cast your vote. We'll be tallying them up and naming the 2018 league vice president right here live on our live draft coverage of the Hardcore Challenge 2018 Fantasy Football Draft. Only 2 running. Our incumbent Matt and Mo Rees, owner of Mo Betta Butta.
If I win, we're going to Vegas next year.
Vegas. Mo did well. He was a new owner, first year in the league, and he made the playoffs. Did not get a playoff win, but he did win his division and make the playoffs and get a first-round bye. So he did have a good season. So he's obviously a capable fantasy owner. But we will announce the winner of this year's vice president race at 6:30 Eastern time, so in about 15 minutes.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
Well, we'll see. Maybe there's a mad rush.
Come on, King Salami.
Make your pick.
Anderson, Robbie Anderson out of the Jets. Actually, I had him last year.
Josh Gordon. Kevin took Josh Gordon. I wondered who was going to take Josh Gordon. He went off the board. Dion Lewis was taken by Brady Bunch. The guys are falling off my draft queue. Let's see. Getting interesting here. It's getting interesting. Big dogs on the clock. I'm coming back around here in a few picks. It's time to get serious. Time to get serious. Let's see here. Interesting. What do you think of Karan Johnson for the Lions? How you feel about him?
Lions can't ever have a consistent running game.
I know, that's the whole thing, man. They're predicting him to have a solid year, but he's a Lion running back, and typically Lion running backs don't do for shit.
No. It's a PPR league, so if you couple that, the Lions also on all of their throwing downs, all their passing downs, they put in what's that guy's name? They put in another running back. I forget his name right now. And all he does is catch balls, and then they just sub the other guy in to run. So, yeah, there's no consistent. They're a running back by committee team, so they're now Matthew Stafford or Marvin Jones or,
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about those guys.
Those guys are worth a fantasy roster.
They're probably on somebody's freaking team, too.
Yeah, that's true, too.
They're on somebody's team already.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Somebody took Garoppolo. I had him in my queue. I was going to keep an eye on him. I got to have a backup quarterback somewhere along the way here.
Pick somebody, big dog.
And you always know that I like getting I like to think about guys for trade too. So, I took 2 tight ends first because it was just too good a damn value on the board at that time. And I may end up dealing one of them depending on how that shakes out in a week or two, because if they're both hitting big, y'all can come knocking on my door if you need a solid number 1 tight end, because they aren't easy to find. There's only a handful of them you can play every week anymore in the league. And I got 2 of them in Zach Ertz and Delaney Walker. And I am happy about that. Oh my God. Odell, yes. Oh my, Odell, yes. I have to say, I am impressed that to see all 16 owners in the AFC logged on and participating in the draft, that is what makes the Hardcore Challenge the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. Everybody here plays to the fullest of their ability, and everybody participates. And thank you, each and every one of you, for, again, stepping up and making this league, the reason it is the way it is. It's because of you guys. All right. I'm a couple picks away here. They had a name change this season. Tama Tears switched to fourth phase. I don't know what that means, but is that... Do you know
Fourth
that
phase?
Fourth phase.
It sounds stupid.
Please clarify.
I'm just kidding. Nah, what's that about?
Well, we need clarification, Mr. Keep, on a name change. You can't just come in and change the name like that. And we do got a new owner, Blackout, as we had a owner that completely fell off the grid. Owner of the Pale Horseman, been around since 2012, had been around a long time. And Blackout has, Steve has, new owner has stepped in, taking them over in the Elite East of the AFC. And that's it for name changes. Everybody else is still rocking what we'd rocked in previous years. So, other than that, I'm back to the Silver and Black Attack. I went with Big Mac Attack for one season, but I had to go back to the roots. It's time to get this. Time to take the Dirty South back. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
You're on the clock.
I am on the clock, and I have exactly who I want. I'm taking James White, running back for the Cheatriots. Now I feel good with my running back situation. I got Tevin Coleman, Marshawn Lynch, now James White. Feel solid at wide receiver. Thus with my starters, Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree. Looks like I got a Raider lineup there, even though Crabtree's not there.
Right?
Cooper and Crabtree are going to be my 1 and 2. I'll still be cheering for him, even though he's not a Raider. Let's see. I don't draft again for a while. I do not have a pick in round 9. I do not have a pick. I must have traded that away in one of my deals. Pierre Garçon. This is a little squiggly. I still got some quarterbacks, which I think. How's my starting lineup looking? Gotta start thinking defense here at some point too. You know? Gotta start thinking D. Let's see here. Interesting.
Come on, Blackout.
Yeah, some of you,
5,
it's
4,
amazing that it requires
3,
some of you guys
2,
to take the
1.
to take the entire.
All pro afro on the clock.
It's like you don't know who you want. You got to labor over it that damn much. Make a pick and move on. Our draft takes so long as it is.
We've got a few rounds.
Yeah, we got a few rounds. You got to know your shit, man. You can't come in here. You got to know your shit. You can't come in and half-assing it. You ain't gonna make it. It'll be bad.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on the clock. Who defiled the cup with the greatest hardcore champion. I'm thinking RBs across the top of the cup. Oh, what the hell was that? Now we gotta look at that all the time. So, cup will be getting sent out next week finished refurbishing it this week. It'll be sent out next week. Kevin will have it in hand before week 1. And his ring's on its way per delay at the factory. He's getting his ring sent out. Unfortunately, he'll get it a little later than most usually get it. But he'll still get it. He's got $1,000 though. So, I mean, that's really the most important thing.
No joke.
It's really all it's about is the green. I mean, the trophy's something nice because it's a remembrance. And the ring's something nice because it's a remembrance you get to keep forever. They can't take that from you. You got to give the trophy back, but you get to keep the ring. You're on the clock here, and one more pick. Actually, you got 2 picks coming up here. 2 out of the next 4 picks.
Yep. So does Knox Vegas Anarchy, the guys who won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's got the back-to-back picks. Let's see what you pull off here. I'm curious. Let's see how you go. Bleeding green on the clock. Will Fuller, I'm kind of surprised. I had my eye on him. I'm kind of shocked he was still around that late.
Yeah, I had my eye on him as well.
So I'm kind of surprised he didn't go a little sooner. What do you think about Glover Quinn, defensive back for the Lions?
He makes a lot of tackles, makes a lot of plays. Yeah, he's a great fantasy cornerback.
I don't have a pick this whole next round, so I got to really think about who I want to take with my next pick. I don't have a backup quarterback yet. I've got all my starters filled in at running backs, tight end, flex. Solid there. I kept Khalil Mack as my individual defensive player because, I mean, Khalil Mack scores in so many damn different ways. He's such a scoring juggernaut, he really is. That even despite what's going on with this holdout, he's going to be there sooner or later. 3 minutes left. If you want to cast your vote for League Vice President, go to the poll. It's in the bottom right-hand corner in both of the league home pages. Go check it out. Who'd you take with your first one? Deshaun Jackson. I'm surprised he was still there. I had him, I'd looked at him several times. I'd actually passed on him a couple times. So, that's a good pick. Who did you take?
Eric Ebron.
Ebron. Eric Ebron. Let's see, I don't know where I'm going to go. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, my trades have given me some gaps here in my draft. So who was our first pick overall? It was a David Johnson.
David Johnson. Yeah.
So didn't go with Saquon Barkley. Where did Saquon Barkley go?
Number 2.
He went number 2?
Yeah.
Go back and look at that first round again. Yeah, it was David Johnson went first off the board. David Johnson, who wasn't kept. That was probably our biggest shocker out of the keepers. The fact that he wasn't kept, and the fact that Mo kept fucking Eddie Lacy. Those are probably the two biggest shockers out of the keepers.
And Tom Brady.
And Tom Brady, yeah, not getting kept. You must have. That just must have been coming down to a hard choice, I guess, to not keep Brady. That seems like a shocker to not at least try to write him.
Hold on, he kept Eddie Lacy.
Yes.
Is that what the Eddie Lacy jokes were about in
Yes.
the group? Wow.
That's why I asked if Eddie Lacy was serving cheeseburgers at his campaign rally.
Yeah.
Because he was leading the charge for Mo, apparently. I don't know. Eddie Lacy must have some nude pictures or something on Mo or something. I don't know what the deal is. No, I don't. I don't have one out here. There's one out there. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you for joining us on our Draft Central for the Hardcore Challenge 2018 draft, the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. It's awesome to see all owners logged on and participating in the draft. That's what makes our league what it is everybody's here and everybody participates. That's all anybody really wants, is everybody to be here and everybody to participate. All Pro Afro is on the clock. I want to go check out. Let's go check out All Pro Afro's team. He's got Andrew Luck, Dalvin Cook, Melvin Gordon. He's got a solid team, man. Wide receivers, Jones for Detroit, Trevor Davis for Tennessee, Emmanuel Sanders, Jared Goff. He's got Jared Goff as a backup to go with Luck. It's a solid team.
I'd agree.
Let's see what the other my other division rival looks like. Zeke and Destroy. He grabbed Tom Brady, which was a big pickup. Got Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott, Allen Robinson, Demaryius Thomas, Jimmy Graham. Dude, that's not a bad looking team. Goodwin, Lee, linebacker, Carlos Hyde, running back for Cleveland. It's not a terrible team. 30 South could be stiff.
Thinking so.
Dirty South could be stiff. Let's see playoff teams who made the playoffs last season. Let's take a look at our defending champion, shall we? Knox Vegas Anarchy. It's got Matt Stafford, LaShawn McCoy, Le'Veon Bell, Keenan Allen, Josh Gordon, Kelsey, tight end for Kansas City, Chandler Jones, defensive lineman for Arizona, Phillip Rivers at the backup quarterback. He's got a solid team. Still a solid team, the defending champ. LaShawn McCoy and Le'Veon Bell is a solid 1-2 punch at running back, man. That's a solid 1-2 punch.
Yeah. I'm betting on catches. Lots of catches out of my running backs.
Let's see, we got the Brady Bunch on the clock. Patrick Mahomes. Taken by Stinky Pinky. I mean, you don't know. You never know. I think he's going to be hot garbage, but you never know.
That's where we differ, because I think Andy Reid's like one of the best quarterback coaches. Man, I'm telling you. He made Donovan McNabb's career. Alex
I
Smith
agree, but
was
I
one
think
of the
he
best.
made a bad move with letting Alex Smith go, man. I think he made a bad move letting Alex Smith go. And
I think he's smarter than both of us.
He is, but at some point, desperation sinks in on some of these guys, and maybe he just made a desperation move because he knows he's getting to the end of his time in Kansas City.
Oh man!
If he doesn't make a move soon or make something happen soon, he's gonna end up out of a job.
Well, the issue wasn't Alex Smith, I don't think.
It wasn't Alex Smith. That's why I say it was a bad move.
So there must be something that he sees in the rookie that I don't know, gives him a lot of confidence.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, Alex Smith off the board.
There you go.
Along with a couple of wide receivers.
Sanu, Crowder.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm coming up here soon. Finally, I got 2 picks here. Pick 150 and pick 161.
Whew. Yeah, it'll be a while before I do anything.
Zeke and Destroy doesn't appear to be logged in. Neither does Big Dog. Oh, Zeke and Destroy's back in. Big Dog's got the double pick coming up here. You don't want to get automated for that. Man, I gotta start looking at these bye weeks. That's where bye week 7 and 8 are brutal on me.
Doing okay.
Well, we got 4 guys on one team, so that takes them all out 1 week.
Chalk it up as a loss.
Not necessarily. I can fill that. I can fill that in. I can roll
4
that with
dudes,
a week.
4 starters.
3 starters. Well, possibly 4, but one of them's defensive. I could fill the 3. I mean, one of them's my quarterback, so I'll have a backup quarterback. Corey, you always having issues. Get it together, man. Get it together. Eifert and the Jags defense. Jags defense, that's not a bad pickup.
I thought they were kept.
No, that's not a bad shit. Honestly, didn't think about them being. I gotta start looking at defense here very, very soon. Oh, did somebody take my guy? No. You don't pick again just for me. No, I'll go ahead and get him queued up because that's who I'm taking right there. That's my man. I'm taking him.
Oh yeah.
That's who I'm gonna go with next.
Shh. No.
Don't you say nothing. Shh. He's money. He's this stud linebacker on a team that sucks, so he's on defense a lot. So that means he gets good stats because his team doesn't. His team's hot garbage. I am on the clock, and my man is sitting there waiting for me. My first defensive player, I'm going to go with Christian Kirksey, linebacker from the Browns. Well, but that's because you're slow. How you gonna get auto drafted in your draft, unless you're some sort of halfwit? How you gonna do that? That's just unacceptable. That's why you're picking second to last. Or you finish second to last and picking at the top. Because, Although you actually look like you got a pretty good team, T-Well, so I can't give you too much shit.
And you got a Dallas Cowboy. So, I thought you did that on purpose.
Yeah. Even the computer knows you're a homer. Although my team looks a little homerish, too. I got 4 Raiders on there. But it's all the number 1s, so, I mean, to have all the number 1s...
That matters.
of a team. I mean, it's not like I just got random guys. I got the starting quarterback, the starting running back, and their number 1 wide receiver. So
It's a triple tap.
that means when we get down there, that's a damn good possibility every time the Raiders are scoring. I'm getting points off of it. So if they have a good season, that could be good for me. Blackout is on the clock. Our new owner, one of our only 2 new owners this season, one in the AFC and one in the NFC. So we had 30 returning owners out of 32, which was awesome. I was hoping to have all 32 returning. Hopefully next year we return all 32. That would be freaking phenomenal. That's my goal for next season. Is one of them is to see us return all the owners and have no turnover. That would be awesome.
And we have as many of those 32 owners meet up in lovely Las Vegas. Yeah, just for the weekend. We'd be doing the same thing we're doing now, except we'd all be in the same room. I suppose we could bring laptops. You know, if we had enough people there, if we literally had the entire conference there, you could do like an actual draft, put players on the board.
We could, yeah, but that'd be a huge feat to get everybody there.
Well, 16 guys. You just need 16 guys.
Yeah.
From the same conference.
That'd be
or ladies. Do we have any women? How many women do we have?
We don't have any in the AFC.
No women in the AFC.
No women in the AFC. So
sorry, I couldn't handle. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we don't have any no female owners in the AFC.
They got one in the NFC.
Two in the NFC. We have Kristen and Carol.
Good luck to you, ladies.
Carol's a former champion, and we've got I Am Groot.
Yeah,
she's a former champion.
Yeah. How about that?
Yes. Got the NFC draft starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Got about an hour and 15 minutes before that draft kicks off. We'll have it pulled up. We'll have it covered live as well. See what the first pick is off the board there. I'm curious to see when Saquon Barkley goes on that one. You know, the T-Ball got lucky because the fact that David Johnson was not kept forced Saquon Barkley right into his hands.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise he was gone. I'm telling you, he was going to be the first pick off the board.
Certainly. I mean, you got to suck pretty bad to get those picks. You know, there's a reason why I picked so late in the round. You know.
Oh, I don't think you'll be able to get into the draft client to view the draft, Corey, because you'd have to be an owner of a team to be able to get in there. I don't think you can. There's any way you can watch it live. You'll be able to see all the results as soon as the draft's over, though. Once you go into that homepage, all that will be posted. Let me go back, do a quick recap of what the first round was for you, to just to get everybody caught up here. Where are we at? Right there. David Johnson went to Big Dog off the board first. Zeke and Destroy took Saquon Barkley second. Freeman, running back for Denver, goes to Richard, who is... Hold on, let me pull up the draft order here. Oh, it doesn't give me the draft order currently. Oh my, Odell, yes. Hold on, jump me out of it, darn thing. David Johnson, Saquon Barkley, Freeman, then T.Y. Hilton, Stephon Diggs, Zach Ertz, Mark Ingram. Ingram he's suspended for several games right out of the gate, isn't he?
4 games.
Yeah. McKinnon, Martavius Bryant, Jones, wide receiver for Detroit, Tom Brady, Collins, running back for Baltimore, Derrick Henry. The stupid thing, every time there's a pick, it kicks me back down. Those were your first 10 picks or so. Oh, you're about to be on the board, on the clock next.
Yep.
Then I'm up. Let's see. Where do I need to go here? Where do I need to go? See, I got pick here at 161, and then I pick again 10 picks later. So this is a fairly important one for me. Who'd you take?
Linebacker Bobby Wagner for Seattle.
Ah, I was looking at Wagner. Check out a Wagner. Let's see. I'm going to go Demario Davis, I think, here, a linebacker for the New Orleans Saints.
Nice. Then I went
All right, Mr. Keep has joined us. Matt, we need an explanation. What the hell is fourth phase? What's up with the name change?
fourth phase.
You're the only name change in the AFC besides our new owner, who obviously Pale Horseman has now become Blackout. But what's up with the name change? What's fourth phase? We inquiring minds want to know. Last season in the AFC, the playoff teams were Beaver Street Roar at 11-2, number 1 seed. Number 2 seed was what turned out to be the champion, as the number 1 and number 2 seeds faced off in the AFC Championship. Knox Vegas Anarchy. Your wild cards were Bison Broncos and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood at the 5 and 6 seed, and then your other 2 division winners were Bleeding Green and the Stone Ponies. Half of our playoff field was new owners in the AFC. A lot of the new owners fared fairly well, and one of the new owners won the championship this season. So I think we put a good pool of talent in with the 12 owners that we selected and got added in our league. As you know, almost everybody returned, which was awesome. We only lost one new owner, didn't return, and we lost one old owner. 30 out of 32 returning, I think is pretty awesome.
Awesome. That's the best thing about this league is that, each year we've got a lot of returning guys. We've got a lot of the same people. I mean, you can develop rivalries in this league, and they mean something, Well, maybe just between you two or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But because we have such continuity, such fantastic.
And the division schedule helps with that, man.
Yeah,
The fact you play your first 3 games in division and your last 3 games in division, you start and finish going toe-to-toe with your division rivals to win your division crown. I think that adds a lot to the rivalries and a lot to the league, knowing you're going to have to go toe-to-toe and down the stretch in the last 3 weeks. And literally, in division, last season, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood went down, and Knox Vegas Anarchy stepped up and passed him, took the number 2 seed to the bye week, took the division, ended up taking it all, and that all happened because of the division play in the last 3 weeks of the season, that last month of the season. I think that does a lot. Now, we've held you off for a minute. Let me jump back. Let's take a quick look at how we're looking. All right. All right, we've tallied the votes, and we've seen enough. The ballot's closed officially at 6:30 Eastern Time. Votes have been cast. We had Mo Betta Butta, owner Mo, who was a new owner last season, made the playoffs, won his division in his first stint in the Hardcore Challenge. And we have our incumbent, owner of the Beaver Street Roar.
Yep, Matt Herrin. That's me. If you don't know, now you do.
And he's been vice president before. This was his returning trip to vice president after Tom was VP for a few years. We were, back-to-back vice president, I believe, for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
And that's when we made the huge change of adding in individual defensive players, which changed the face of our league. And Matt's been a big part of the league, and he's going to be a big part of the league again this season as he wins the 2018 vice president election. Mo, good effort. You did get quite a few votes, actually, Mo. You did get, there was quite a few owners that did vote for you, but it was a fairly big victory for Matt as he, again, will be our league vice president in 2018. So make sure you send all of your bitches and grievances in care of Matt Herrin.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Mo. No, that was a fun little campaign. I like what you were doing there.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, thanks for making it fun, Mo. And I mean, that's really what it's all about. We all want to come here and have fun. But having a league VP is important, man. Because I don't want everybody to think I have any bias of any kind, and so I don't want to be the person that has to make the ultimate decision. That's why I have a league vice president that has as much authorization as I have to make rules and say no, that we're not doing that, or So
thanks, Lions. So yeah, that was probably the biggest contribution to the league I've had was the defensive side of the ball, and adding individual players there. I think that's one thing that enables us to have a league so large because we have a greater pool of talent when you incorporate defense. Defense can win championships in this league if you draft right.
I've seen defense win games for teams a lot. A strong defense has carried many a team.
So anyway, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out airfare and hotel and see if I can't get one big giant package deal, because I really, really, really think we should draft in Vegas all together. Las Vegas, we can all meet there. It's like the cheapest place to fly to. We can make this happen. I even know how you're going to get there.
You can do it.
I even know how you're going to get there.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest.
I heard the key. I heard the key. You got the key.
All right.
You can do this. But
well, I didn't know
so
where
yeah,
these
so
keys
next
are.
year we're not gonna just. I mean, we can Facebook Live it if we want or what have you. But we'll all be there, so that would be great.
Let's see. I'm on the clock here in a minute. I'm up next. I'm on deck here.
Oh, draft for a while. I picked up Julian Edelman. He's serving 4 games.
He is too. I looked at him a few times, but I didn't really. I going with a guy like I don't know, man.
Oh man, he's like one of Tom Brady's favorites. And actually,
He is, but
and he's
I
he's
need
the
a guy.
number 1 in New England when he's
Yeah,
I
true.
hope he keeps on taking performance enhancing drugs. Yeah, I don't know what he was taking. Creatine, I have no idea, but keep
He was
doing
getting it from Tom Brady's guy.
Yeah,
Tom Brady says, I don't know why you'd ask me. I have nothing to do with it. Dude, he was getting it from your guy. And freaking like Tom Brady Enterprise or whatever the hell. It's like his name's in the fucking name of the place. Of course they're going to ask you questions about it, you jackass.
he has like the TB12 thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's the TB12 freaking Institute or whatever it is. That's where he was getting the freaking stuff from. And he didn't understand why the line of questioning was he was asked about it. Well, of course you're asked about it, man. It's your freaking guy. I'm taking Janarius Jenkins, defensive back, for the New York Football Giants.
Nice. Love those defensive picks.
I'm trying to get some serious. I like solid talent at defense. I like what I've got so far. I got Khalil Mack, Kirksey linebacker for Cleveland, Janarius Jenkins, and Davis linebacker for New Orleans. I feel good about my defensive picks. Those are my starters right there. I like to have a linebacker in the flex because linebackers can score like running backs.
Yep.
And I like rolling with them in the flex. That's my strategy I like to work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I kept a linebacker in Luke Kuechly.
Kuechly's solid. If
Yeah.
you got a solid number 1 linebacker, shit, they're worth keeping.
Yeah, Kuechly and Wagner now at my linebacker positions. I feel pretty good about that.
My division looks tough this season, I ain't gonna lie.
My team looks weak, not going to kid you.
I thought your team looked weak last season.
Yeah.
I even said how weak your team looked. Didn't turn out that way.
I gotta have some gambles pay off. I gotta, like Christian McCaffrey, that kid. He better ball his face off this year.
Zeke and Destroy is on the clock. Big Dogs on the clock.
Yeah, right. I get to pick in the near future.
I do too. I got another one coming up here. I'm pick 182. We're on pick 178 right now. Zeke and Destroy's back on the clock, and then I don't have a pick again for a while. Not the rest of this round or the next round. Hold on. I missed it, Matt. You moved out of Tama, so you had to change the Tama Terra's name. Uh-oh. What just happened? Did the screen just flip sideways? Tell me that didn't just happen. It did! How do you...
I don't know.
Why did it flip?
Because you did something.
I didn't do anything. I went to just scroll on the comments and it flipped. I'm gonna have to kill the feed and then pop right back on. I don't know why I did that.
You can do it.
How? Whoa.
Try to move the comments again.
All I did was try to scroll the comments and it flipped sideways. Well, that's great.
Turn the phone.
No, I'll just kill the feed and jump right back on. Well, how did it even do that? That's silliness.
Did you fix it?
No. No, I didn't. All right, we're going to kill the feed and jump right back on. We'll be back on in 10 seconds.